Good morning, boys. Today we are going to start a new chapter, Five Children and It. It's from your Gulmohar book, Unit 4. Now, as you can see, there are five boys, young and small, and there is a typical type of creature. So, this is the story about a typical type of creature. Now, it's a story beautiful. I am going to read it out for you. It's on your screen and I am reading it. It's alive, Anthea screamed. Help! It will get away. What have you found? Demanded Robert. A rat? Perhaps it is a snake, said Jane, shuddering. No, said Anthea. It's too big for a rat and too furry for a snake. It's got hands and feet, and it spoke to me. Leave me alone, said a husky voice, making them all jump back, and their hearts jumped nearly as fast as they did. Please come out, please come out, Anthea said into the hole. I wish you would. Now you can see this is the creature. This is the main creature which is looking horrible. And these are the boys and girls. Oh well, if that's your wish, said the voice. And out of the hole wriggled a fat, furry brown creature. It was about the size of a large cat, but with arms, legs, feet, and hands like a monkey's, long whiskers, and pointed ears like a bat's. Its eyes were on stalks, like a snail's horns, and it could stretch or shorten them. Can we take it home? Asked Jane. The creature turned its long stalk eyes to take a good look at her. Does she always talk nonsense? It asked. She doesn't mean to, said Anthea gently. We won't hurt you. Don't be afraid. Afraid? Repeated the creature indignantly. Me? Don't you know a Samet when you see one? A Samet? Repeated Anthea. What's that? A sand fairy in English, it said crossly. Now go away. It wriggled down into the sand again. Please don't go, cried Robert. You are the most wonderful thing I have ever seen. The sand fairy smoothed its long rat-like whiskers and smiled. How long have you been here? Asked Robert. Ages, said the Samet. Thousands of years. Where are the other Samets? Asked Robert. The Samet's head and whiskers drooped. It is very sad. The children used to build castles on the beach for us to live in. But they would dig moats around them and that nasty sea would rush in. Wasn't that fun? Asked Cyril. Fun? Said the Samet. We are the delicate creatures. If we get wet, we catch a cold and die. So, there were fever and fever of us. Now, goodbye. Please stay, said the children. And Jane added, Can you grant us wishes like a real fairy? I just did. It said, You wished I would come out and I did. Oh, please, can we have another one? Asked Jane. If you must, it said grumpily. But hurry up about it. Please, said Anthea, remembering a wish that she and Jane had talked about. We wish we were very, very beautiful. The salmon stretched out its eyes on their stalks and seemed to hold its breath and puff itself out until it was twice its normal size. I hope it doesn't hurt itself, said Anthea. Or cracks its skin, Robert said anxiously. Then the salmon suddenly let out its breath and collapsed down to its usual size. I hope that didn't hurt, said Anthea. Just my whisker, it said. You are a kind and thoughtful child. Quickly, it buried itself in the sand again. The children looked at each other. Each of them was looking at three astonishingly beautiful faces. It was like looking at strangers. If it hadn't been for their clothes, they wouldn't have known each other. Cyril, you look like a golden-haired angel, said Cynthia. It's not like you. I think I liked you and Robert better before. And you two girls look like silly greeting cards, said Robert. Let's go home. It must be dinner time. I will carry the lamb, said Anthea. The baby who had woken up took one look at her and howled. When the children tried to pick him up, he only fought and kicked. It was an hour before the lamb would let them carry him home, and by that time the lamb was hungry as a lion and as thirsty as a desert. When they reached the house, Jane was almost falling under the lamb's weight. She was glad to hand him to Martha, who was waiting for them at the door. Martha snatched him from her. Who on earth are you? She demanded. What are you doing with our baby? We are us, said Robert. I'm Robert. And I'm Cyril, said Cyril. Let us in. Please, we know we look different, but, began Anthea. I don't know who you are, you lot are, or what you are up to, snapped Martha. But if our children put you up to this, they will be in trouble. Shoo! She shut the door in their faces. The children banged at the door and rang the bell, but it was no good. They wandered away down the lane, hungry, thirsty, and stunningly beautiful. Finally, tired and with nowhere to go, they sat down under a hedge. It will wear off at sunset, said Jane. Then we will look normal again. They huddled together for comfort. They fell asleep. When Anthea awoke, the sun had set. It's all right, she cried. We are ordinary again. Where do you think you have been? Demanded Martha when they got home. We had some very strange children here this afternoon. They were horrible, said Anthea. They stopped us from coming home until now. We only just got away and we are starving. Well, don't you go near them again, said Martha, as cook brought in a supper that looked and smelled delicious. We'll take good care to never see them again, said Robert, and they never have. So, this is the story written by Edith Nesbit, and it's a beautiful story about a group of boys and girls and a strange animal that is salmon. It's looking like a monkey, but it's not a monkey, it's a horrible creature. That's all from today, boys. That is the story now. I hope you enjoyed the story. So, if you enjoy it, please put your like on your YouTube. Thank you and have a nice day.